Hey folks, I'm going to show you how to use video effects and together mode in Microsoft Teams to really take your video capabilities to the next level when you're using Teams, so you can use them strategically. So the first thing you want to do if you want to change your video effects is click on where it says join. So when you click on join, it'll give you the option to have your camera on, and you'll see your video effects, your audio options all here. We're going to focus on video effects for now. So if you click on that, you'll be able to quickly see different options for backgrounds and filters. But if you click on more effects, more video effects in the bottom right corner there, you'll see all sorts of different options, including the ability to upload your own. So I'm going to stop for now and kind of quickly explain what these all mean. So I'm going to turn my background off because I actually have a video effect background on right now. I'm going to turn it off so you can kind of see what my real background looks like. And my background is my home office, which doubles as my game room. And because of that, I have a ton of, board games you can see behind me and Dungeons and Dragons books, which are great, but my hobbies might not be the best focal point for some of the conversations that I'm on for work. If I want to keep it a little bit more professional, that might be an opportunity for me to use a video effect background. And there's a couple options you can see here. So by default, you have all sorts of different options from Microsoft themselves. So if I click on them, it'll use green screen effects to basically get rid of my background and make this fake one here. And it's pretty obvious. It's not perfect technology, but it's pretty obvious that I'm using a video effect, but it's a little bit more professional than potentially my game room is. You can also just blur your actual background if you want to do that. And like I said earlier, you have the option to add new. Now keep in mind, when you hover over add new, it shows you the minimum size and the maximum size. So keep that in mind if you're using a custom background, and that can help you out in all sorts of situations. So for example, I do a lot of film club trainings where we focus on a movie, and I might just make the movie poster my background for that meeting. Or if you're celebrating holidays, so like for example, if you have like an Earth Day meeting, you can make that your background. Or if it's Pride Month, you can see, you can get the idea how you can use and leverage those video backgrounds. You also have filters at the bottom. So if you really want to celebrate different things, you can add those to add a little bit of pizzazz. So for example, if I add this animated purple gradient onto my video background, it's actually going to put like a little swirl in front of me to kind of make my video section maybe a little bit more entertaining for people to watch. So now that I'm in the actual meeting, let me show you the together mode feature, which is a really useful tool that helps these Teams meetings feel a little bit more personal. So if you have a meeting of, let's say, 5 or more people, and they're all using video cameras and webcams, it'll use the same green screen effect to basically make it look like everyone's in the same room. So I'm going to go ahead and enable that so you can see what I'm talking about. If you click on where it says view at the top of the screen, click on change your view, and then click on together mode, you'll see this screen where you can see all sorts of different scenes where you can make people together. And if you look at the top right corner of each one of these, it'll show you the maximum amount of folks that can be in one scene. So I can have a meeting with up to 50 people in this auditorium, but if I wanted to use this conference room, I could only have up to 5. So keep that in mind. Look at that top right corner. But I'm going to use this auditorium. And you might be asking me, why would I ever use together mode? So it's a really amazing feature to get some of the, benefits of being in person while you are doing video conferencing. So for example, if I'm in person with a big training group, I can look around the room and I can gauge, if people are raising their hands. I can gauge if people are getting the topic, I'm getting a lot of head nods, or if I see a lot of confusion on their faces. And this works for if you're presenting, if you're training, if you're doing whatever with a large group of people. So with together mode, as I'm talking, let's imagine I had, 50 people in here. I could be able to say, raise your hand if you have a question, and I'd be able to see them raise their hand on the camera. I'd also be able to see, like I said, that body language that tells me if they're getting the content or if they're tuned out. So that's where together mode helps out a lot. It also just helps you feel a little bit more connected than just singular, insular cameras. But yeah, check it out. Use it for your next team meeting. Use it for your next large meeting. It's a great resource.